They saw her stand after impossible hit, realized their gods never told them what humans really are. The crystalline halls of the Kelvorian Empire's flagship Eternal Judgment hummed with the anticipation of victory. Commander Zekthorel stood before the viewing port, his 4 eyes fixed on the primitive human vessel limping through the debris field. The battle had been laughably won. These humans had fought with determination, certainly, but determination meant nothing against plasma weaponry that could vaporize asteroids. Bring the survivors aboard, Zekthorel commanded, his mandibles clicking with satisfaction. The Council will want to see what species dared challenge the gods' chosen people. Within the hour, 2 humans stood in the interrogation chamber, or rather, one stood. The male, identified as Tanner, leaned heavily against the wall, his primitive clothing torn and burned. Blood-red blood. How peculiar, streaked down his face from a gash above his eye. Beside him, the female called Adeline sat slumped in the restraint chair, unconscious. The Kelvorian security scanner indicated severe trauma to her torso where their neural disruptor had struck her at close range. That one won't wake, remarked Science Officer gesturing toward Adeline with a clawed appendage. The neural disruptor at that intensity would kill most species instantly. She survived the initial shock, but her neural pathways are catastrophically damaged. Tanner's head snapped up, his eyes, those strange binocular eyes, burning with something Zekthorel couldn't quite identify. She's not dead, no, Vrel admitted, examining his scanner, but she might as well be. Her cognitive functions are. She's not dead, Tanner repeated, his voice low and dangerous. Zekthorel stepped forward, towering over the human male. At nearly 8 feet tall, Kelvorians had evolved as apex predators on a world of eternal twilight. They had conquered 47 systems, subjugated dozens of species, and never not once had they encountered genuine resistance. Your species is fascinating, Zekthorel said, his translator rendering his words into the human's primitive language. You fight with such passion, despite being so ... fragile. Tell me, Tanner of Earth, why did your people attack our mining operation? Did you truly believe you could win? Tanner's lips pulled back, revealing blunt teeth herbivore teeth. Zekthorel noted with amusement. We weren't attacking, we were defending. That mining operation was strip mining a colony world. There were families there, children. The lesser species exist to serve the strong, Zekthorel replied, reciting the fundamental truth taught by the ancient ones who had uplifted the Kelvorians millennia ago. This is the law of the cosmos. Your pain is unfortunate, but irrelevant. Behind them, Adeline stirred. It was impossible. Varel's scanner had been clear. Her neural pathways should have been burned out, leaving her a vegetative shell. Yet her fingers twitched, her chest rose with a deeper breath. Fascinating, Vrel whispered, pressing buttons on his scanner frantically. Commander, her neural activity is ... regenerating. I've never seen anything like this. The pathways are rebuilding themselves, rerouting around damaged areas. It's as if Adeline's eyes opened. They were blue, that strange earth sky color, and they fixed on Zekthorel with perfect clarity. She sat up slowly, the restraints groaning as she moved. The neural disruptor had struck her in the chest at point-blank range. By all laws of biology understood by the Kelvorian Empire, she should be brain-dead. That's impossible, Zekthorel breathed. Adeline rolled her shoulders, and the restraint chair's metal arms designed to hold beings twice her size bent and snapped. She stood, swaying slightly, one hand pressed to the scorched fabric over her ribs. When she pulled her hand away, Zekthorel saw the burned flesh beneath already beginning to knit together, new tissue forming at a rate that defied biological possibility. You know what your gods never told you. Adeline's voice was rough but steady. She took a step forward, and despite himself, Zekthorel took a step back. They never told you what we are, what we really are. You're primitives, Zekthorel said, but his conviction wavered. We're from a death world, Tanner cut in, pushing off from the wall. His wounds, too, Zekthorel now noticed, were healing at an accelerated rate. Our planet tried to kill us for millions of years. Predators, diseases, other humans, the weather itself, everything wanted us dead. So we evolved to survive anyway. Adeline moved closer. Your neural disruptor. It hurts like hell. I'll give you that. But my brain didn't shut down, it went into survival mode. Human brains are redundant systems built on redundant systems. We don't just stop because one part breaks. Your gods uplifted you, Tanner continued, gave you technology, civilization, superiority. You never had to claw your way up from nothing. You never had to adapt or die. Zekthorel looked at his security team, positioned around the chamber. They held their weapons ready, but he saw uncertainty in their postures. The humans weren't armed. They were injured. They should be helpless. But they weren't. We didn't come to your empire looking for war, Adeline said softly. We came in peace, asking you to stop the mining, to relocate. You responded with violence, because that is the way of the strong. The strong? Adeline laughed, the sound sharp and bitter. You've never been strong. You've been given strength. There's a difference. She held up her hand, and Zekthorol watched in horror as the burn across her palm sealed completely, leaving only fresh pink skin. Humans don't give up. We don't stop. You can hurt us, kill us, burn our worlds, and we'll keep coming back. Because we earned our place in this universe. We fought for every single day of survival on a planet that didn't want us. We're not leaving, Tanner said, standing beside Adeline now. And you're not going to make us. Zekthorol's four eyes widened as understanding crashed over him. The Ancient Ones had warned of species like this in the old tech species that evolved without guidance, that fought their way to sentience through blood and determination. The texts called them death welders and advised avoidance at all costs. The Kelvorians had forgotten. Their gods had let them forget. Release us, Adeline said. Let us return to our people, or learn exactly how hard it is to kill a human when we decide to fight back. Zekthorol looked into those blue eyes and saw something his people had never developed, the absolute, unbreakable will to survive against any odds. And for the first time in his life, he felt fear. Release them, he commanded quietly, as the humans walked free. Tanner paused at the doorway. Tell your empire, leave humanity alone. We offered peace. Don't make us show you what we learned on our death world. The doors closed behind them, and Zekthorol knew their gods had failed them. They had never warned the Kelvorians about what happens when you corner an apex predator that refuses to die. They had never told them what humans really are.